Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the Peach Pod. That would have been on Broadway, the George Benson version, playing over the opening credits while Brenda is doing her microfilm lookup of Roy Randolph. I am Jeff, and nothing should inhibit the moves of a dangerous woman. And joining me on the other end of the internet, my co-host.
I'm Leslie, and I am Maggie the cat.
Fuck yeah. Everybody's Maggie the cat. I am Spartacus.
Except one of us is, actually age appropriate for it over those bitches.
Yeah, well, when you do something in college, you gotta cast them and age them up.
Yep.
This week, Cheesemeisters, we are talking about Season 4, Episode 26, Divas. Original air date 4/20/94. 4/20. Right on, man. Far fucking out. Not as much as you're gonna, but did you throw up in your mouth or throw something this episode?
Yeah. I threw things at my younger self.
Okay.
I threw up in my mouth anytime Roy Randolph talked to an actress.
Okay. What about when he talked to the actor on stage who was clearly bad, but he was nice to him?
It would be amazing if that kind of thing happened.
Well, it did here.
Maybe it does now. And actually that kind of thing totally does happen. What am I talking about? I saw that in high school. Directors being nicer to the men and stirring up drama amongst the women because it's fun, isn't it? We all just have a lot of laughs.
Well, I love it. It's the best. All right, Cheesemeister. So here's what happens this week. Brenda, deep in her microfilm, looking up the new artist in residence, Roy Randolph. He's coming to campus, and they're going to put on a production of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. So Brenda, who has always wanted to be an actress since that workshop she did with Chris Suter, and then didn't talk about again until she got naked on stage when she didn't get naked, and now here again, her lifelong dream. So she wants to audition for that. So she's prepping. She's getting ready. And Brandon is I don't even know what Brandon's doing at the beginning of this episode. Remember when he and Steve run into each other at school right before Steve runs into Laura? I don't even remember what Brandon's up to. Oh, I do. No, that's later. He's at the Peach Pit.
Yeah, he's at the Peach Pit first, asking about the fall of communism.
That's right. It's right. Vodka related.
But then he has to read up on some report that Chancellor Arnold.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. They gave him a lot of busy work.
They did. So, Claire shows up at the Peach Pit. Guess who enthralls Nat as she would, and is fucking wants to get up on that Brandon D. And Brandon is resistant because of his recent experiences with Lucinda and getting involved with people who are too deeply involved in the organizational structure of the university. It's just best to stay away. So he's like, Claire, chill. And she's like, okay, but what if I make out with you a little bit in the parking lot in front of Dylan? And he's like, fuck this bitch. All right, go. See ya. Dylan, don't tell anybody about this. It's a lot. And Dylan's like, don't worry about it, B. And he gives him a cool handshake.
They had the most aggressive handshake.
Every now and again, they have aggressive handshakes. I don't know. I kind of enjoy their aggressive handshakes. It's always a bit too much.
It screams to me, we've done this so many times now.
Yep. You know what it is? I Saw Her Standing There. The song, the Beatles song. And you know how it starts off with Paul counting 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Right? It starts like that because they had done it a million times and he was so fucking tired of it that his count in was super aggro.
That's what I mean by they clearly they've done it so many times. They're tired of it and they're letting their aggression out in the
Yeah.
handshake.
Yeah. It's the same thing. So Dylan goes into the peach pit loaded up with books because Suzanne is there with Erica and her new boyfriend, not Erica's boyfriend,
Yeah.
pronouns, pal. Suzanne's new boyfriend, Kevin. And there's also a sorority meeting happening that Brenda's slightly late for because of her microfilm addiction. And Andrea is not feeling great. She's extra big. And here's what's going on with that, I'm pretty sure. Gabby gets pregnant. They don't start the storyline until she's like 3 months along. So as a human, she is much more pregnant than her character.
Yeah. No,
so you gotta explain it.
But they don't do a great job of it.
They don't. It's just how come she's so fat? All right. Well, first we'll give her some sandwiches, and then we'll just say that she's, gaining slightly more weight than normal.
Well, and it becomes clear that later on in the episode, they throw in she has health concerns.
Sure.
And I'm like, you could have done that without her hating her body. Like, I know without having any experience, I know that is true to the pregnant experience, I'm imagining. At least, anyway. But I just feel like there are better ways she could have talked about it, or her friends could have, like, again, encouraging, you're pregnant, you are eating for two, your body is changing, or she could have thrown in a line like, you know what, maybe it's not even so much about the size, it's just something doesn't feel right. Because they go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah. The thing I always used to say, like when anyone is pregnant and they're like feeling it, I'm like, you're growing a human. Yeah. Like, you're doing a lot right now. Like, your body is working fucking overtime. So no wonder you're tired or grumpy or achy or, whatever. Like, try not to judge it because you're fucking growing a human being. Like, that's a lot.
I would imagine women judge it as a self-defense mechanism because society's expecting, like, well, you wanted to have a job and do all these things on top of getting pregnant, so keep on doing it, lady. And
that's right. Something's got to give, and it's your self-esteem.
Yeah. Always on the chopping block. Who needs esteem? Not me.
That's right. Not me. And let's see. So they're having their sorority meeting, and Andrea's large and not feeling great about it. And who else isn't feeling great? Erica, because she didn't want a fucking milkshake. Kevin, shove it up your ass. Ice cream.
Kevin gives her the ick. Oh shit, you're right. Oh man,
I wasn't thinking about it earlier, but that totally counts as ice cream because like he offered her ice cream like 7 times.
You're right. Okay. I'm not counting all those times.
No. I just think it counts as an ice cream.
Okay, then they're neck and neck. Ice cream and midriff.
Awesome. And so Dylan shows up and he's got a bunch of Abraham Lincoln conspiracy books for Erica because that's what she's into right now. But she's not into Kevin. And she's not feeling it. Why does dad have to have a boyfriend? Or mom have to have a boyfriend? And sorry, we watched a big old gay movie the other day. Everybody's gay now.
Yeah.
Spartacus. And Kelly's like, I feel that. I didn't like any of my mom's old boyfriends either. Have you met Mel? Oh. He's a lot. You know what else is a lot? Rocky 2's bladder issues, peeing everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, he's pissing all over the floor, and Donna is not going to teach this dog anything. She's going to pick it up on his own. It's fine.
Yep.
And meanwhile, David has got like wet socks and shit. It's super unpleasant in the beach house right now.
David is aggro again.
David has a point here, I think.
Okay, but
I don't know.
He's still being an asshole about it.
Look, how many times can you step in piss in your own house before you get just done with it?
I've got bigger fish to fry. I've got worse things making me mad than if Ember and her old bladder leaks on the floor. I'm just like, you're old, honey.
I understand, but Rocky 2's not old. Rocky 2 is a puppy that needs to learn not to pee inside.
Yeah, see, and I'm
You know,
smart. I'm not gonna give myself a puppy because that is a bad idea.
yeah, I'm just
Not a
saying,
good
like
idea entirely.
the two of them have differing parental approaches here, and I think David's right. I don't know that you rubber nose in it. I don't know if that's the right
No,
move, but I do think some sort of training for your dog is the way to go.
sure, but I just don't
Because
like David.
eventually, well, that's fair. Eventually, old dog, weak bladder, like it's going to happen again. But there's a big chunk of time in the middle where you don't have to be walking in dog piss. And that's what I
Yeah,
think David is shooting for. And Don is like, whatever.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it just doesn't seem like they're even taking Rocky out. But again, this is a whole other conversation that is neither here nor there.
It's
Um,
surprising to me that we've got as much Rocky storyline as we have.
I'm
You know?
surprised too because I feel like keeping a puppy on the show is untenable.
Yeah, probably. Maybe it'll just make it to the end. I don't remember. But I'm again surprised that there's this much of it.
Yeah,
Um, then Brandon goes to visit Chancellor Arnold, who has the Department of Education has written a report. It's a tome that he would like Brandon to digest for him and do a report out on. And so Brandon's like, on it, Chancellor Arnold. I'm your Boy Scout.
yep.
And I'm going to be home all weekend by myself anyway because my parents are hanging with the Levins in Palm Desert, I think this time, not Palm Springs. And you know what I liked about that is when Jim comes in and is like, the plaid ones make me look chubby. Um, and he said, we're going to be in a hot tub with the Levins all weekend. And it sounded like he said with 11s, like real hot people. Like I thought Jim, they were going to like just some like supermodel conference or something. And he's like, look, I know people like my crispy chest hair, but if I'm going to be hanging out with 11s, like that's a lot
Yeah.
for my, and not for nothing, but I'm strapped to you, Cindy, and your hair's better, but it ain't good yet. So like both of us I mean, put on a bathing cap or something because neither one of us should be hanging out with 11s, but they're not. They're hanging out with the 11s who apparently live across the street. Um,
Incredible. Yeah, we got hit on last time we were in a hot tub. So,
I'm so surprised they aren't worried about that. Like,
yeah,
no mention of Bob and Trudy at all.
it's been a few years. Maybe they've opened up a little bit, or maybe they feel more comfortable going to a hot tub.
There's no chance though that you don't bring up Bob and Trudy, but like,
Do the goosey goo with you.
hi, Sandy. I love Bob.
They're not wearing any clothes.
Yeah, I just like if as a couple you experience a Bob and Trudy event, like that's gonna come up. That's gonna be an inside joke for the rest of your lives.
Absolutely.
And the fact that they're like, we're going to Palm someplace with another couple, you're 100% going to bring up Bob and Trudy in your own kitchen. There's just no way around it. But what they're bringing up instead is Brenda, who is ready for this Maggie the Cat audition, but she's going to do a little more prep work with Kelly. So they sit by the pool somewhere. Where the fuck is that house?
The
Um,
Levins across the street.
oh, is that where they are?
Yeah,
That would
that's where
make
they are.
sense. They don't say that directly. Okay, good. Way to pick up on the inference. I missed it. Um, so they're reading lines, and everybody has an accent in this episode. Um, because they're getting their Tennessee Williams on. And Steve walking through the dorms after like it's out of order, the snack machine. God damn it! You think that if you know somebody on the task force, they should be able to take care of things like snack machines that are out of order, but alas. So Steve goes walking and suddenly he's in a dorm. I don't know if it's like a dream sequence. I don't know what happens, but he's in a dorm and there's someone screaming for help. And you know that if there's a woman screaming for help, Steve is coming to the rescue. He did it once when Kelly was dressed as a witch.
Ew.
Remember how he was a good guy? He's one of the good
That
guys.
one time.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And so he busts into the room, and guess who he finds? Laura Kane.
Okay, how could he bust into that room? Because dorm doors lock, like
Not
no
if you
matter
don't
what.
lock them.
I
No, you
remember
can
them
leave them
locking
unlocked.
automatically, and you have to lock them more. It's neither here nor there.
You
Anyway,
can
who does
unlock
he
the
find?
Laura. And Steve's like, oh, geez, this feels like a lot, but I'm gonna be nice. And Laura is like, hey, I'm doing this. And Steve's like, cool, my mom did that like a million times. I know that play. Have you heard of the Sanders Management Group? And so Steve offers to coach her. Look, don't hire Steve to help you do things, like
Also,
especially in the performing arts.
don't hang out with someone. Neither of them should be hanging out with each other. It's
This
not
is
a good
true.
idea. He doesn't like. You don't need to hang out with someone who accused you of assault, and vice versa. Maybe
Yep.
don't hang out with someone you accused of assault or believe assaulted you.
Right. Well, clearly she doesn't believe that anymore. She's gotten over it. Like she got talked into it by Kelly and all those lesbians or whatever was going on.
Oh my god.
I don't know. They were worried about the women wearing flannel and shit. And now it's come true. Andrea's wearing flannel. Thank God grunge is in. It's just a lot for Steve and Laura to overcome here in this relationship. But by God, they're going to try for the sake of art. Brenda runs into Roy Randolph, picking up a banana or something for David. She's getting yogurt. It was yogurt. I knew it wasn't coffee. And there's a connection, and he's like all about, nothing should inhibit the moves of dangerous woman. And Leslie's rage goes from 0 to 1. And he's like, cool, see you at the audition for Maggie the Cat. You know what I like.
And she walks away, sashaying her hips a little.
That's right. What does he say? How does he like his Maggie? Like,
I like my Maggie, love-starved and dangerous.
And brazen or something? Like
something. But
there's another word he uses.
Love-starved and dangerous.
Yeah. And so Brenda, dangerous. And
she ought to know she dated someone mad, bad, and dangerous to know.
He's right there. You want to talk to him? He's going to talk Erica into liking Kevin. And then Kevin's like, you surf? I put a thingy on my surfboard. I'll show it to you. He's in environmental research. It's very important what Kevin does. Very important.
Okay.
Dylan saves Kevin's life from a bus that to be honest, they weren't that close to that bus. It was okay. I think he's probably going to be fine.
I would hope not, but like for the angle's sake, I mean, it kind of reminded me of in Mean Girls when Regina George gets hit by the bus.
Sure. Yeah. When he almost gets hit by the bus, he looks like he's close to the street. But then when they cut and take the angle from the side, and you show them, they're like a good 3-4 feet off the curb. Like he could take 2 steps before he gets to danger bus land. But they're friends for life now. For life, like the NWO.
Wow.
Yep, it's wrestling. And Dylan talks Erica into giving Kevin a chance, which is great, I guess. And then they go to rehearsals, or they go to auditions, and Kelly's like last because they do it based on the order that you show up in. So she's just like, okay, I'm gonna hang around all day. And Brenda auditions. That we get to watch that. We don't get to watch anybody else audition, but she makes the callbacks, and so does Laura, and so does Kelly, who was auditioning for May. But Roy is like, you know what? I think maybe Maggie. So he auditions her for Maggie, and now we got a 3-headed race for Diva, for the role of Maggie. But you know what else we got? We got Brandon at home trying to read this report. And you know who shows up? Claire.
Fine ass
Claire,
Claire.
fine ass Claire. Claire shows up with her bag that has everything in it that she cares about. It has sex in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock and roll and decent literature.
Rock and roll and decent literature.
She is thirsty.
Uh-huh. Claire wants the D. Um and she she does. Um I know. And
Interesting.
Brandon is like, I cannot look, all I want to do is rum a zoom 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 in a boom boom. But I cannot do that because your dad is the chancellor, and you don't know this, but there was this whole fucking thing with Lucinda, and I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd. And so Claire's like, okay, I get it, but I'm gonna make out with you a little bit first, and then I'm gonna follow you upstairs, and then I'm gonna handcuff myself to your bed and hide the key on my person.
On my person. Did you see
Yeah,
her hat?
I did. That's not a drug hat. That's a fucking hat. But
Well,
hats,
I know, but like that, it was a unique look. I mean, because first time I watched it, I was just like, "Ooh, that's fun lingerie." Then the
mm-hmm.
second time I went, "Why the hat with this?"
Uh-huh.
This feels like if I went Newsies, but sexier.
Oh, there you go. Dirty papes.
I don't know.
Yeah. And Brandon is like, I can't. I fucking can't. I'm gonna go sleep on the couch. Now, why he sleeps on the couch and not either of the other empty beds in the house, I don't 100% get. Like, just go sleep in Jim and Cindy's room. It's fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably more comfortable than the couch.
And
But he
in
sleeps on the
tennis
couch.
shoes.
Yeah, Brandon's a weirdo. There's the thing I noticed in this episode. Speaking of things people are wearing, when I was in college, it was right now. It was this time. I wore a lot of jeans. I wore a lot of corduroy.
Mm-mm.
I wore a lot of flannel. I wore a lot of sweatshirts and a lot of t-shirts. What I didn't wear was like chinos and a button-down shirt with my sleeves rolled up every day. And there was a lot of button-down shirts with the sleeves rolled up worn by college guys. And it's not, I don't think, true to the college experience in the mid-90s that everyone is wearing button-down shirts. Steve's wearing a button-down shirt with jean shorts, which, shouts to John Cena. Everybody likes jorts. But Dylan's got the button-down shirt. Brandon's got all of them. The whole thing. I don't remember what David's wearing.
You noticed this in a way that I didn't.
I noticed it a while ago. Like I happened to catch a clip of something from like later in college. And I'm like, why are they always wearing button-down shirts? I never dressed like that.
Yeah.
The girls dressed the way that the girls dressed when I was in college. Lots of midriffs, lots of floral dresses. Dresses with like little sweaters over them,
Yeah. I think that should tell you how young women are more likely to go out and find the outfit that they're seeing on TV, and young men are not.
It's possible. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It feels like they're dressing the guys like they're 30 and the girls like they're 22.
Well, yeah, because
and they should be like dressing
when they're 30.
I know. I don't know. Women in their 30s. Fine with me. Here's the thing. I don't know if I pointed this out. I don't think I did on the podcast. You know what the weird thing is about turning 50, which I'm about to do?
Tell me.
And it's not one that like you would like that I was expecting to like think about, but I'm not in control of this thing up here. Like I'm happily married, not a problem. This is not like this is going to come up, but like regardless of marital or relationship circumstance, when you turn 50, here's one thing that for sure happens. You're not allowed to sleep with 30-year-olds anymore without getting side eye. Like It doesn't matter if you get with someone in their 30s and you're in your 50s, you're going to get side eye. Even though I don't feel any different than I felt when I was 38. I'm just a little grayer. I'm smarter, I would hope. World wisdom and whatnot. But it's, up till this point in my life, sleeping with people in their 30s has been totally acceptable. Right? Like, I mean, if I'd been 18 and bagged a 30-year-old, no one would have been like, Jeff, what are you doing? They would have been like, rock on. Same thing in your 20s, 30s, 40s is fine. You hit 50 and it's like, what are you doing? Why are you 35? Really? Like, that's, I don't know. It's this thing that happens. And I know it's just true. These are the things you think about when you're turning 50. You're like, oh, this is interesting. Huh. I don't know.
Your brain is funny to me.
My brain's funny to me. I mean,
I know.
But it does. But the thing is, I'm right. Like,
no, you are.
It's a weird thought, but it's 100% accurate.
Yeah.
And that's what goes on up here. Weird thoughts that are accurate.
I mean, we love making fun of Leo DiCaprio and all his young dating.
Right? It's weird.
Yeah.
Here we are. All right.
It's weird if it's consistently a thing. Like, fine, if you want to try something once, try it. But, like, if you keep doing it, man.
You're still going to get side-eye, though. Like,
no, absolutely.
So somebody is going to be judging you for doing that.
But the thing is, men don't give a shit about being judged.
Some people do.
So, like,
but it doesn't matter whether you care or not. It's still going to happen.
Not enough of them.
Well, okay.
I think you all would benefit from some of my insecurities.
Nobody would benefit from insecurities. Knock it off. Insecurities are bad.
Well, I'm sick of having them. I want men to have my insecurities and see what it's like.
Okay, well, give them to somebody else. I don't want them.
I'm not going to give them to you. I couldn't give them to you if I tried. You're too confident.
I got a shield.
You do.
An insecurity shield called I don't give a fuck. All right, what is this episode really about? Because those are all the things that happen. Oh, Kelly and Laura and Brenda all make callbacks for Maggie. I don't know if I said that part. And
Kelly apparently went to get a cappuccino, the sex drink of 90210. With
would you
Roy.
like a cappuccino? What about a cappuccino? You know what it wasn't? Gay cappuccino. So it has a different connotation now, but it's still sex related.
It's like Luke Cage wanting to get coffee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like my men like I like my coffee. Cappuccinoed. I don't know what that means.
Also, don't forget that Andrea, or we did mention this sort of, but Andrea has health concerns, and everyone's like, "Oh no, you're fine. Shut up, pregnant woman. You don't know your body. You're fine."
And that's probably not going to go anywhere. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god, it totally is. Anyway,
really about.
My first thing I think it's really about is everyone's easily distracted.
Squirrel.
Like, Steve says to Brandon right before he runs into Laura again, he's like, I'm done with distractions, man. Late night TV, what's the point of it? Foreshadowing.
I don't know why Steve is taking swipes at Conan and shit. That ain't cool.
Jesus. Of all the people, like, don't take swipes at any of them, but really, Conan, come on. Anyway.
You can take swipes at Jay all you want.
Yes, please.
But
always.
Dave and Conan, nope, leave them.
No. But
he's
like, I'm done with distractions, done with partying and all of that. I'm gonna focus on what we don't know. And then he sees Laura. Laura. Should remember that easily. And is like, what?
Yep.
Roy, distracted by Kelly. He was like, Brenda, who?
Yeah.
You can't read from May. I want to see you as Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon fighting the distraction of Claire. I don't know how he got that report read, but I believe he did it.
This is Brandon reading that report. The Department of Education, boobs, would like to follow up on the recommendation, boobs, of it's just constantly like he was just distracted.
He's gonna have to work out as he reads it to redistribute the blood flow.
Oh, Brandon likes a workout.
And then I think I don't know why I wrote this down now, but I'm gonna stand by it. Kevin distracted by it. Oh, he was distracted and
We
almost
got hit
died.
by a bus.
He
Yeah.
almost, yeah, he's distracted by Dylan and like, oh, cool, a young man who also rides waves. Oh shit,
Surfboard
death.
sonar, baby.
Yeah, yeah, that was wild. That's obviously, I don't know what that could possibly lead to, but it has some bearing.
Yeah, where do you think? I'm curious. Where do you think that's going? Where do you think Kevin and Suzanne and Erica are going?
It's got to be a way to get Suzanne and Erica off the show.
Okay.
I feel like, but I think Kevin is an odd choice. Obviously, we know I don't knock dating older, but like, I don't know. He doesn't seem. I don't know. There's something about him I'm just not fully on. Like, I kind of trust Erica here. Like, I think your
Okay.
instincts were correct in being a little like,
Yeah.
standoffish with him, and
Mhm.
then I get it. Be grateful for someone saving your life if you want to live.
Right.
But when he goes, "You've got a friend for life, man," I'm like, ooh.
Mm.
Are
Yeah.
you going to be like when Hawkeye saved a patient and then the patient starts bullying everyone in the 4077th? Like,
Ooh, I don't remember that episode.
I just watched it. I wish I was that good at
Nice.
MASH, but yeah, it was. So I don't know how to feel about Kevin yet, but we need to talk about Kevin.
Wait a minute. You're not that good at MASH. Wasn't your mom a MASH teacher?
Oh.
Nailed it. I'm the best.
If only.
Yeah. Anyway, who else is getting distracted?
That's all I
Is
have.
that everybody? All right.
That's everyone.
So the first thing I wrote down, but I changed it. The first thing I wrote down is ladies, no means no. Because Claire and Laura will not back the fuck off. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that what it's really about is the moves of dangerous women. Because
I wrote down, you can't trust women.
Laura has got some moves with Steve. I don't know. There's something going on, but we can't get in the way. Claire has got all kinds of dangerous moves for Boy Scout Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Brenda has got some dangerous moves as she gets ready for the audition. She can't get in her way. She's going to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly's dangerous moves to have cappuccino, perfectly straight cappuccino with Roy Randolph and audition for a part that wasn't the part she was auditioning for. Donna's dangerous moves to not train this dog. Let's let him pee everywhere. Can't get in the way of those dangerous moves. Andrea's dangerous move to wear flannel and eat sandwiches. I mean, don't get in Andrea's way. She's having an instinct. She's feeling a thing. So you cannot. Those are her dangerous moves. They're gestational. Don't get in the way. So yeah, I just think this is all about like the women doing stuff and the men being involved, but you can't get in the way either.
No,
don't get in the way.
I like when Brenda is auditioning and showing some clavage and
Sure.
and Roy leans up
and
I'm like, yeah, okay, I know what you're looking at there, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Boobs. That's what it was. Just for the Chief Meisters who didn't see it.
I don't blame him, but be less obvious.
Yeah. What you want to do is have like the magazine and go. It's way less obvious.
Get out the binoculars.
That's right. George McFly that shit from up in the tree.
Oh my god.
I know, creepy. What else is this really about?
Death is always possible.
Watch out for that bus.
Yeah, the bus for one thing. Cheese Meisters I've referenced that I've seen on the internet, and there is a photo of Laura with rope around her neck looking crazed. And then I noticed during the auditions there's just rope, Chekhov's rope,
Oh, I didn't even
loosely
see
tied
it.
up in the background. And I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah, I didn't even see it, but
what is going to happen? I'm so scared.
only
And
good things.
pregnancy,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, I, I threw up in my mouth a little, or I wanted to throw something when Jesse was like, people have, babies every day, Andrea. Yeah. And women die from it, Jesse.
right. Well, in Jesse's defense, he's pre-law, not pre-med. So
Oh, it's clear.
yeah, maybe listen to him when he says accessory after the fact, or maybe not. I don't know. He might be wrong
I don't
about that.
know.
But don't listen to it when he gives you medical advice.
So yeah, death is
Um,
always nigh.
it's hanging around. All right. I think this is really about new relationships, sure to go great. Laura and Steve reconnecting. Brandon and Claire, probably no drama involved there. Rocky 2 and David getting along, awesome. No, probably no issues there. Roy Randolph and the coeds of CU, probably going to be fine. Kevin and Suzanne, smooth sailing ahead. Clear skies. I think none of these relationships are going to be a problem for any of our friends.
Oh my God, this is gonna be the bumpiest ride to the end of the season.
I mean, there's drama. Um, Also, one of the things I thought about was everyone go back to who you are.
Hmm.
Brandon is returning to his role as morally superior Boy Scout after a whole season of like making the wrong decision based primarily on his balls. Uh and now he's like, I'm a Boy Scout again.
Yep.
Um Kelly and Brenda right back to being in competition with one another.
They can't stay friends. They were never meant to be friends.
There's always got to be this tension between them, and even when you don't expect it or the reason for it, here it is. Um, Steve is back with Laura and back to running the Sanders Management Group, apparently, and that is what Steve does. Steve makes bad decisions and tries to mentor young talent, which is also a
Yep.
bad decision. So it's just all these folks, like after a season of story arcs, trying to like find their way back to who they are as their central character trait. And I, you know, season long storytelling wise, I think that's kind of interesting. You get towards you do all this stuff and you get set up for the end of the season run, like the
Mm-hmm.
last 6 episodes or so, where you've got whatever storylines you're kicking off here, which is going to be about the play. I mean, I don't think it's spoilery to say we're going to have story arcs about the play. We're going to have story arcs about Kevin and Suzanne, because you don't introduce a character and do nothing with it, right? There has to be
Yeah.
something. There's going to be, the whole play thing is gonna this competition between the girls that's gonna turn into whatever it turns into. This Brandon and Claire stuff, and the task force and all of that is gonna lead places. Obviously, Andrea is moving towards a due date, so there's gonna be a baby involved, and whatever comes from that. So you look back at everything we've done this season, and you go, all right, recalibrate who we are, make sure that we're lockstep. We're not doing, even though we've had experiences, like maybe we've grown, maybe we haven't, but we're resetting for this
Yeah.
last push. And and we're comfortable again in who are, like, when our characters are acting the way we expect them to act, it's like, oh, good, we're on solid ground.
Yeah. And I think that also speaks to the human experience. You have a choice in life on whether or not you want to grow. And
Mm-hmm.
some people choose to stay the way they are because it is comfortable. It's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm used to this. I know how I am. And this is just who I am. Like, why change? Why,
Mm-hmm.
and it could happen at any age. um, they've had a big first year at school, and regressions will happen in your life. Like you move forward, you move back. Life is a game of chutes and ladders.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, that's also one of the things that this was really about for me, was learning at your own speed.
Mm,
Because obviously Rocky 2 is learning at his own speed, which is not.
not.
Just piddling everywhere.
They're letting me.
Yeah.
This
Which
funny. They're putting paper down so I have something to read while I pee.
That's right. It takes a long time. Uh, Brenda and Kelly are learning at their own speed, learning this part, learning how to try to be in a relationship with one another
Yeah.
without being in competition, and it is taking a long time. Steve and Laura learning at their own speed that maybe they should just not with each other.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I figure that we should have learned this already, but these two knuckleheads can't stay out of each other's orbits. They did a good job for a few months there, but Take Back the Night Week has become Take Back the Night Year, apparently, and
Oh my god.
we're just dealing. I don't know. I don't think that's where it's going. I don't think we're going back. We're not going to retrod the same ground with the two of them, but I do think that it's ill-advised what they're up to here.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And I like that people pointed out that Brandon's like, "Are you sure? Like, didn't she almost accuse you of date rape? Like, are you sure that this is where you want to be? Like, there's lots of girls on this campus. I can introduce you to the chancellor's daughter if you'd like."
Yeah. You know what? I think the gang likes keeping Steve in the fuck up position because it makes them feel better about themselves.
I mean,
So I don't think they really, they want to do their part as friends and go, "Are you sure?" But then also you know what? Let him fuck up, because then it takes the heat off me and whatever I do, because nothing I do could be as bad as what Steve does.
we've seen Brandon make a lot of bad choices this year. He's still better than Steve.
Exactly.
He was not almost accused of date rape. He didn't break and enter. He didn't do exactly the same shit that he did in high school again this year. Brandon also could not stay away from a woman who wanted to bone down with him. And so, understandable, but he's trying to show that he's learned here by avoiding the Claire of it all.
I feel like he's doing the thing where if I say the obvious, then that exonerates me from whatever I end up doing. If I say that I shouldn't be with you, but I end up being with you, then well, I tried.
At least I knew it.
At least I said something.
Yeah. Yep. I really shouldn't drive this car high on everything, but I'm going to do it anyway, but I shouldn't. Look at me. I'm a bad little boy.
Yep.
It's that Bugs Bunny move. I'm a bad little boy.
Nice.
I wish I could flop my ears when I did that, but I don't have that ability. Anything else you think this episode might really have been about?
No, but I have two nostalgia things.
Oh, good. Let's go to Nostalgia Corner.
Okay. So first thing that this made me nostalgic for, which I was kind of going into it this is going to make me nostalgic for nothing, but I dug deep, Cheesemeisters.
Excellent.
Reading books at too young of an age.
Okay.
And not just reading any books. So Wishbone was big when I was growing up. And and I was becoming quite the voracious reader at that age, reading Nancy Drew and Boxcar Children. And by watching this dog perform in classic works of literature, I then wanted to read Pride and Prejudice.
Sure.
I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I feel like I read Diary of Anne Frank too young. I definitely read Uncle Tom's Cabin way too young.
Yeah.
There are just, again, classic work. Oh, in middle school, because of a after school group I was in, we read the Canterbury Tales, and I'm That's
That's
insane.
hard.
It's really fucking hard. Well, it was an academic team, but
But how do you
still,
even know what those stories are about?
you dig deep.
I mean,
Um,
I barely remember any bits of Chaucer. Like I read it in high school, and high school's too early for Chaucer. I think you're not going to get most of what you're reading.
yeah. So like there are books that I read as a youngin that I'm like, you didn't understand that. And
Yeah,
not because you were dumb, it's just there. I mean, like you said, there are books we read in high school that it's not that we can't understand them, but definitely on an emotional level, we don't have the experience to
yeah,
understand that yet. Like,
yeah,
anyway, so Erica, impressive. I get it. You're not going to retain any of that. I'm sorry.
yeah. Probably not. I don't know. Some of the
Um,
stuff you like that you get into in junior high, um, can kind of stick. You know?
well, I guess it's not so much not retaining it, but like a lot of things that I read then, I feel like I need to reread now because I'm going to
Sure.
understand it better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah. So I guess that's where I'm coming from. I'm like, oh, Erica, you're going to need to reread this in 20 years.
Yeah. And look, I don't want to derail us here, but and since you brought up Erica, and I don't want to bag on like a 12-year-old from 30 years ago,
Sure.
but sweet mother of fuck, that's a lot of hair.
It is a lot of hair.
I mean,
Um,
come on, Erica, dear Lord.
well, and let's not blame Erica. Suzanne, I know you're working. I know you're a single mom. Um, can we braid this child's hair?
That kid
Like,
has not had a haircut in like 6 years.
no.
And it's frizzed. I mean, if nothing else, you got some split ends. There's not clean it up. It's a lot of hair.
It's a lot of hair. And for I mean, they're doing fine now, but for the fact that they were in like a financially tough spot, having longer hair, and like I know haircuts are expensive, believe me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you just gotta, I mean, she's a child. She'll be
Maybe
okay.
she's saving it up to buy Kevin a watch band, like a little chain
I
for
was
his
going to say,
watch.
she could sell her hair easily.
She could. Yeah,
But yeah, that's a lot of hair.
it's a lot of hair.
It's dangerous. Kind of makes me think back to Industrial Revolution days of children
Yeah.
working in factories. And yeah, exactly. Why
Yep.
does my brain go there? It's because of fucking American Girl.
Yeah, that's true. Blame everything on American Girl. What else did it make you nostalgic for?
Um, Oddly enough, it did make me kind of nostalgic for running scenes with scene partners wherever I was living on campus or off campus. Specifically, I was doing a scene from Barefoot in the Park with a classmate, and it was really fun because it's the big argument
I was gonna
scene,
say, was this
and
the fight scene? Yeah.
absolutely it was. Yeah, it was. We had so much fun with that, and he was a good scene partner, and I was happy that I have some positive memories to dig into.
After you guys ran the scene, did he audition for your part?
No,
No.
because again, this was just for acting class. You know,
Oh, okay.
this was for a grade.
Oh, very important.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that. Um, okay, so there's two things I think this makes me nostalgic for. One is obviously all of the women who have handcuffed themselves to my bed. Like, there's just a warm place in my heart for all of you ladies. So I just wanted to bring that. Um, but also, I quit a job because I couldn't do microfilm once. Have you ever used microfilm?
I sadly no, I have not.
It's not a thing, and this was after I moved to Chicago. So, but I mean, that was a while ago. Now it was 1999, so 26 years ago. I had a job in a bank. It was just a temp job where it was like when people would like file a complaint or something, like, or, like basically what I was doing was looking up canceled checks, and
Mm,
all of the canceled checks were on microfilm. So like you get like the name of the person and the date of the check and the dollar amount or whatever it was. I don't remember the criteria. But then you've got to like 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 advancing that, looking for the thing. It I did it for about 3 weeks and it made me nauseous. Like it made me
Oh,
motion sick because all of the zipping back and forth in front of your eyes and just staring at it for 8 hours.
yeah,
I had to be like, I have to quit. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I can't do the microfilm. And I think they thought I was full of shit. Like they were like, this kid just doesn't want to work. Like he's just lazy or whatever. And I was like, no, I fucking up my inner ear. Like
yeah.
I turn it off. I stop using the thing, and the world still is doing this. It was real
Damn.
bad. Like I just did not enjoy working with microfilm that much. I have also used it for research stuff. Like I've gone to the IU library and gone looking for old issues of like the Bloomington Herald Telephone and Telegraph for
Cool.
just articles on stuff, and you get like a big old box of microfilm tapes and you load them up, thread them through, zzz, zzz. um,
Wow.
and that didn't make me less nauseous because I was interested in what I was looking up. It's still fucked with me. But there you go. I'm nostalgic for that. I don't even know. I'm assuming that everybody's digitized all their stuff. There's probably not a whole lot of microfilm out there to go through.
I was gonna say I really can't say with any certainty this, but I feel like the Wells Library would have still had that available when I was in school, but
When you were there, that's when I was doing it. Yes.
oh, okay. So
Yeah.
then, yeah, but again, that's not something they told us. This piece of equipment is here for this thing, and here's how you use it. Because
Hmm.
I imagine it was going way out of fashion.
Yeah. It was actually it was probably after you graduated because I
Okay.
was working on something in like the early like the preteens or the teens.
Oh, okay. And I graduated in 2012, so
Yeah, so it was like right around then. But yeah,
this
I was.
this totally also made me nostalgic for going to the Wells Library because after freshman year, I learned I could just, instead of buying plays that I have to read every
Yeah.
semester, I could just go to the library and get them there.
Hmm.
And, plays aren't the most costly of books, but I was all about saving money even
Yeah,
then. So, yeah. Oh, I miss the Wells Library so much.
it's a good library.
It's
Shouts
such
to
a
the
good
Wells
library.
Library.
Yeah.
Um, it's not sinking. It's not
Good.
true. That's it's just this. It's not possible for that to be true. Like,
I don't know.
well, it just okay.
Why
Think about
couldn't
it.
a library sink?
It could, here's the thing that they tell you, cheesemeisters, when you tour the campus. They tell you that the building was built and they didn't factor in the weight of the books.
Hmm.
So then they load the library up with books, and so the library has been sinking like a half an inch a year or something. Um, I was told that story 35 years ago, right? Maybe not 35, maybe 30, roughly. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
But that's not the first time they invented that story. So,
Yeah.
like, let's say that it's a 40-year-old story. You're saying that the library has sunk 2 feet and all of the wiring is still connected
The
and the
infrastructure is still
plumbing still
fine.
works
Yeah.
and the building hasn't fallen over. It's not true. Buildings cannot sink a half an inch a year and everything still be just fine 20 years later.
That makes sense. No, I
Yeah.
didn't believe it was sinking anymore, but I definitely at the time first thought
Oh, I
it. But
believed it
yeah,
because what they
yeah.
told me. The tour guide told me. They told me about that gazebo where you're supposed to make out with people. And they told me about that sundial. They told me about Donald Duck, the Donald Duck gargoyle. You're not aware of this? There's a gargoyle that's a Donald Duck with a mortar board.
Oh,
Yeah. Um,
Miss
I can show it. I can
Peterson.
show it to you. I can't. I don't remember the name of the building that it's on, but I can show it to you. I know exactly where.
Please do.
Yeah. Um, but the library. So I believe the library thing, but I think it's a lie.
Yeah,
All right.
probably.
Yeah. Who is your Steve Sanders Memorial worst person of the episode?
I really want to give it to David because of his tactic of rubbing a dog's nose in any
Uh
excrement.
huh.
That's fucked up. Don't do it. If you're doing that, you probably shouldn't own a dog. Because that's abusive. But I feel like it's better to give it to Roy since he is notorious for dating his leading women and for
Yeah.
saying things like, I only need 2 rooms, a theater, and a bed, preferably close attached or
Yeah.
some
Attached
shit.
or whatever. Yep.
You're a problem.
Yeah. Because where are you pooping? Was that the point? Was that the point you were making?
No, but
Oh,
great question. As a
yeah.
crony, that is an important question.
I know where Rocky's pooping, but where are you pooping, Roy Randolph, if all you have is 2 rooms?
Yeah, I know he's going to be a bigger problem. He's also probably going to be motivation for, sorry, Cheesemeisters. I know she's going to London. It's probably for acting. I'm going to be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be even more pissed if she's like, I'm going to go follow Roy in London.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it's Roy. Roy's a skeezy fuckery.
Okay. Um, there's nobody who's like egregiously behaving in this
Sure,
episode, so I'm going with Donna for just refusing to train this dog. Dear Lord,
that's fair.
like you're like not only are you kind of a bad dog owner, you're a terrible roommate. Like just making everybody walk around in your dog's mess. Like,
She
come
has been
on.
in denial all season.
Yeah, yeah. Blinders.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's rough, Donna, right now. So I'm going with Donna because I just God, if I had a roommate that just refused to train their dog, I would be so like. I've had roommates that I disliked for much less than that.
Yes.
So,
As
as
we learned
previously
last week.
discussed. Yep. All right, I think we did it.
We did.
All right. So, join us here on Friday, Cheesemeisters. We've made a choice. We are going to watch Rushmore because he's in college or something, and there's a play. I just didn't want to get into Cat on a Hot Tin Roof yet. We'll do it. We got a couple more episodes. And I know I mentioned this on the last After Dark, but what if you didn't listen to the last After Dark? I don't know your life. Like and subscribe all this shit. Do it. Follow us on all the places. Rate and review 5 stars because anything less than 5 stars is bullshit.
Yeah.
We don't want it. Look, I came up with a really good "Where are you pooping, Roy Randolph" joke just off the top of my head. I wasn't planning that. That's worth 5 stars. Come on. Love us.
I don't know what my equivalent is to that, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Love us.
That's right. Follow, tell people we're the best, and you know it. And we want validation and money.
Yes, we do.
So all of that. And then join us here next Wednesday when we watch season 4, episode 28, Acting Out.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's probably more about acting. It's probably more about that. Yeah. But until then, Cheesemeisters.
Bye.
Bye.